everyone, welcome to Topic of the Day. This is our Sunday edition where we discuss with you the places that have been in news lately. Let's begin our today's discussion with the very first location as Congo. Now, recently, this was in news as a third Ebola case in the city of Bandaka was found in Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, as you can look into the map, we are talking about the Democratic Republic of Congo, or which was previously known as Zaire. Now, as you can see, there are two countries. One is the Democratic Republic of Congo, and another one is Congo, that is the Republic of Congo. So, these are two different countries. Another thing to consider about this is equator passes through both of these countries, Republic of Congo as well as Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, this country has a coastline with the Atlantic Ocean. As you can see, a bit of coastline with the Atlantic Ocean, but otherwise, most of the country is landlocked. If we talk about surrounding countries, we have the Republic of Congo, we have Central African Republic, another one we have South Sudan, we have Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, and here we have Angola. So the Democratic Republic of Congo is the second largest country on the African continent after Algeria. Now, one of the main physical feature of this region is the Congo River. Congo River is important because it cuts equator twice. And in fact, the name of these countries are kept after River Congo itself. The capital city of Democratic Republic of Congo is Kinshasa. It is situated somewhere around here. So the capital is Kinshasa. If we talk about the climate of this region, the country's tropical climate is characterized by heavy precipitation and high temperatures and humidity. Now, whole of this region or African continent is abundant in mineral resources, and specifically the Democratic Republic of Congo, there are uranium deposits, diamond, copper, and different type of timber is found in this region. Now, the country was ruled by King Leopold II of Belgium back in 1865. When he became king, he did many atrocities over the public of Congo with labor policies used to collect natural rubber for export, and more than 50% of the population was killed due to his atrocities. Now let's move on to our next location, and that is the Nordic countries. So recently this was in news as India Nordic Summit. The second India Nordic Summit was held, wherein our Prime Minister participated along with the Prime Ministers of Denmark, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. That are the 5 Nordic countries. And this meeting was held in Copenhagen in Denmark. Now let's look into the map and see where are the Nordic countries located. So first of all, Nordic is a geographical and cultural region in the Northern Europe and the North Atlantic. It generally includes the sovereign states of Denmark. We have Denmark over here, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Iceland. So there are 5 countries that are called the Nordic countries, and also the autonomous territories of Faroe Islands and Greenland is included. We have the Faroe Islands that belong to Denmark, and we have Greenland. Greenland is situated somewhere around here. So maximum percentage of Greenland is inside the Arctic Circle. So this belongs to Denmark. Also, we have small island over here. That is the autonomous region of Åland. That it belongs to Finland, and this territory also comes under the Nordic region. The Nordic countries are generally ranked the highest in the different indices like the happiness index, etc. So Nordic countries cluster near the top in the numerous metrics of national performance, including education, economic competitiveness, civil liberties, and most importantly, the quality of life and human development. Now, if we see the capitals of these regions, first of all, for Norway, we have Oslo. Sweden, we have the capital as Stockholm. For Finland, we have Helsinki. Another one is Copenhagen, that is the capital of Denmark. And recently, the second Nordic summit took place in Copenhagen. And then we have the capital of Iceland, that is known as Reykjavik. Further on from these countries, we can consider Finland, that is not a member of NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, but it is a member of the European Union. And another important fact is that Finland has witnessed world's youngest prime minister, that is Miss Sanna Marin. So this is an example where human development or equality is kept very high in the Nordic countries. Now, furthering into the map, if we talk about the Scandinavian region or Scandinavian Peninsula, firstly, it is the area shared by Norway, Sweden, and some part of northern Finland. This is known as Scandinavian Peninsula. But when we talk about the Scandinavian countries, it is generally represented by DNS, that is Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. So we can say that the Scandinavian countries are the subset of the Nordic countries. Further on, if we look into the map, we have the Baltic Sea. This is the Gulf of Bothnia, and here we have the Gulf of Finland. This particular is the Gulf of Riga. This is the island name as the Åland Island that belongs to Finland. We have the Gotland Island. we have the Åland Island that belongs to Sweden. We have the Bornholm Island that belongs to Denmark. Further on, we have the Strait of Skagerrak and we have Kattegat in this region. Skagerrak and Kattegat. Another important physical feature about this region. If we talk about the Baltic countries, these are the young republics of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Now, these are called so because of their shared boundaries with the Baltic Sea. If we talk about the capitals of this region, we have the capital of Estonia as Tallinn, the capital of Latvia as Riga, and the capital of Lithuania as Vilnius. And here we have Kaliningrad. Now, Kaliningrad is an exclave of Russia. That means it does not share direct boundary with Russia, but it is a part of Russia. So this was a little bit about the Nordic countries, Scandinavian countries, and the Baltic countries. So this was a little bit about the Nordic countries, the Scandinavian countries, and the Baltic countries. Now let's move on to our next location, and that is Okinawa Island. Now let us move on to our next location, and that is the Okinawa Island, the Okinawa Island of Japan. So recently this was in news as the Chinese naval vessel passed through the Miyako Strait, which separates the Japan's main island from the Miyako Island. So first, to understand this, let us look into the general islands of Japan. So if we look into the map, this is the mainland Japan region. As you can see, it is a group of 4 major islands. First of all, in the north, we have the island which is known by the name. This is the island Hokkaido. Then we have another island, which is the biggest island of Japan, and that is known by the name Honshu. This is the Honshu Island. Another one is a small island which is known as the Shikoku, or the third island. And then we have the last, which is known as the Kyushu Island. So overall, mainland Japan is made up of 4 major islands. Another important physical features in this region are, first of all, we have the Sea of Okhotsk over here in the north. We have the Sea of Japan, that is also known by the name East Sea. This is in the North Pacific Ocean. And then here we have the East China Sea. Here we have the Philippines Sea. Some of the important straits in this region. First of all, to the north, we have the Lee Perouse Strait. Here we have the Tsugaru Strait. Here we have the Korea Strait. Now, if we move towards south of Kyushu, we have an island chain which is known by the name Ryukyu Island Chain, or it is also known by the name Nansei Islands. Okinawa Island is a part of this island chain. We'll look into the map. So let us look into the zoomed in map of the Ryukyu Island chain. So here we have the group of islands which is to the south of the Kyushu Island, and here we have Chinese Taipei, or as we know, Taiwan. Now this particular region is known as the Miyako Strait. This is an international strait, and this is island archipelago which is known by the name Ryukyu Islands or the Nansei Islands. The biggest among this one is the Okinawa main island. Now an interesting fact about Okinawa Island is that it is the birthplace of karate. It is also known as Hawaii of Japan. Now this particular archipelago is controlled by Japan with the claims of China as well as Taiwan on this region. Some of the major islands in this region are Izena Islands, Ehia Island, Aguni Islands. Here we have the Kyume Island, and the biggest one, as we know, is the Okinawa main island. So this was all about the Okinawa and a little bit about the Miyako Strait. Let's move on to our next location. So moving on to our next location, and that is East Timor. This was recently in news as Ramos Horta won the presidential election in East Timor. Now if we look into the map, East Timor is an island country in Southeast Asia, and it is located between Southeast Asia and Oceania. So we can say that island of Timor is a part of maritime Southeast Asia and is the largest and the easternmost of the Lesser Sunda Islands. We have the Banda Sea to the north, the Banda Sea, and to the south we have the Timor Sea. Here we have Australia. So the region shaded in red belongs to East Timor, and rest of the Timor Island belongs to Indonesia. Now if we talk about the history of East Timor, it was colonized by Portugal in the 16th century and was known as Portuguese Timor. It is also known by the name Timor-Leste, and its capital is Dili, that is D-I-L-I, Dili. As you can see in the map, this is East Timor or Timor-Leste, and this, the Ambino part, is also part of East Timor. Rest of the Timor Island is part of Indonesia. Here you have the Savu Sea, and here we have the Timor Sea. The capital city is Dili. And one important point is the economy of East Timor is a market economy. That means which used to depend upon the exports of a few commodities such as coffee, marble, petroleum, and sandalwood. So sandalwood is found in majority in this region. In the 1600s, the Portuguese traded in Timor, and there was a Portuguese rule till 1975. Once in 1942, Japan invaded, fighting battle with the Australian troops till 1945. It was during the Second World War. Again in 1975, The Portuguese declared East Timor as independent, but soon after, Indonesian troops took over Timor and invaded it, and so more than 2 lakh people were killed in East Timor. One of the important point about East Timor is that economy of this region is a market economy, which used to depend upon the exports of a few commodities such as majorly coffee, marble, petroleum, and sandalwood are found in this particular region. Well, this was all a little bit about East Timor. So that's a wrap of today's edition of Places in News. I hope you liked the video. We'll see you with more such videos. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.